Welcome to the next lecture of body fluids and circulation. And here in this lecture we will discuss about the another important topic of blood circulation, that is blood vessels. We have discussed about blood, its components and the process of blood clotting, blood groups, all the incompatibility cases we have discussed in very detail. Now the next topic is blood vessels. As our circulatory system is a closed circulatory system, so our blood is going to flow inside the vessels. So we have to discuss about the blood vessels. Mainly the blood vessels present in human beings are of three types. Sometimes we can say that these are of five types. Why these are called as five types? We have to write here. The first one is arteries. The first type of blood vessel is arteries and its branches are arterioles. So these are considered as two types. Second one is veins and its branches are venules. And the third one is capillaries. Clear? So mainly these are of three types, but arteries and veins are bifurcated in arterioles and venules. That's why they are considered as five types. Otherwise these are of three types. Firstly, we have to discuss about the structure of blood vessels. So here is the structure of blood vessels, and after that we will study comparatively the veins and arteries. Firstly, the structure. Basically, the wall of blood capillaries is made up of three important layers, and these three important layers are first one is tunica externa, or it is also called as tunica adventitia. Clear? Second one is tunica media. This second one is tunica media, and the third one is tunica interna. Clear? So these are the three important layers of the wall of blood vessels. We will discuss them one by one. First one is tunica externa, or it is called as tunica adventitia. As the name indicates, externa, it means the external one. So it is the outer or external layer or the external membrane. Basically, it is made up of fibrous connective tissues. So it is, I am writing here, made up of fibrous connective tissues. These connective tissues are mainly of two types, which are elastic fibers and collagen fibers. So here is collagen fibers and elastic fiber. So both of these fibers make the tunica externa. Now the function of this tunica externa is to provide strength. Okay? So its important function is to provide strength to the blood vessels. And one more important thing, this layer is supplied by nerves and vasa vasorum. Okay, the important one, supplied by nerves and vasa vasorum. What is vasa vasorum? Vasa vasorum is the blood vessel of blood vessel. It means the vessel which supplies blood to the blood vessel is called as vasa vasorum. So it is a blood vessel of blood vessel because it is going to supply blood to the blood vessels. So this is the outer one layer. Here in both of the arteries and veins, this type of tunica externa is present. In case of capillaries, it is of different type because in case of capillaries only single celled layer is there, that is called as endothelium, or it is made up of squamous epithelial tissues which is resting on the basement membrane. Clear? Second one is tunica media. So the second layer which is next to the tunica externa is tunica media. So the next one is second one, it is tunica media, and as the name indicates, this is the middle one, so it is the middle layer. Mainly this middle layer is made up of muscular fibers. So it is made up of muscular fiber and its function is to maintain the diameter of lumen and to regulate the blood flow. Yeah. So it is made up of muscular fibers and its function is to maintain the diameter of blood vessel and blood flow and to regulate the blood flow. This is the important function, to regulate the blood flow. The third layer, which is called as tunica interna. This is also made up of two layers. So the third one is tunica interna, and this is again made up of two layers, the outer tunica interna and the inner one. So here is the outer and here is the inner one. The outer tunica interna is also called as elastine layer. Clear? So this is elastine layer because it is made up of elastine fibers. Yeah, that's why it is called as elastine layer. And the inner tunica interna is called as endothelium or endothelial layer. This endothelial layer is made up of simple squamous epithelium tissues. So it is made up of simple squamous epithelium tissues. Clear? Clear? So this is the tunica interna, which is mainly of two-layered thick. The important function of this layer is it helps in the exchange of gases and nutrients. So the function is helps in exchange of gases and nutrients. So these are the two important function, and these are the three important layers of the arteries and veins. Now we have to discuss the transverse section of arteries and veins to understand these layers. So we have to draw the transverse section of arteries and veins, and after that we will discuss the comparison between arteries and veins. So here is the transverse section of arteries. This is the TS of arteries. We know that this is the outer layer of arteries and this is the outer layer of veins. Clear? This is the outer one. In case of arteries, the outer layer, which is tunica externa, is thinner in compared to veins. Now we can see the difference in the diagram also. This is the thicker area of tunica externa. This is the thicker area of tunica externa. Okay, so this layer is thin in case of arteries and thick in case of veins. Now come to the next layer, that is called as tunica media. So this is the tunica media. This tunica media is thick in case of arteries and thin in case of veins. So here is the thin tunica media. So this is the thin tunica media. The blue one is the tunica media. Tunica externa is thicker in case of veins and thinner in case of arteries, and tunica media is thicker in case of arteries and thinner in case of veins. Clear? So this is the tunica media. The third one is tunica interna, and it is double layered structure. So this is the tunica interna. Outer tunica interna. Here is the outer tunica interna. And the inner tunica interna is again thick in case of arteries. Clear? So the tunica interna is again thick in case of arteries. Here I am drawing the tunica interna. So this is the tunica interna, which is thick in case of arteries and it is thin in case of veins. So here is the tunica interna or the endothelium layer, and in the center it is the lumen. Clear? So we have to label all these things. The outer one in both of the cases is tunica externa. The middle one, which is the blue one, it is tunica media, and the third one is tunica interna. This is the tunica interna and this is the lumen. Here, so this is the lumen, and this lumen is wide in case of veins and narrow in case of arteries. Clear? This is the endothelium layer, and the outer interna is the elastin layer. So we have labeled it differently. This red one is the elastin layer. Red one is the elastin layer, and the inner black one is the endothelial layer. This one is endothelial layer. So this is the comparative structure of arteries and veins. This is the TS of arteries, and this is the TS of vein. If we are going to discuss about the TS of capillaries, then what will happen? There is only a single membrane. So this is the capillary, and this is the epithelial tissue single membrane, and this membrane is resting on the basement membrane, which is the characteristic feature of the epithelial tissues. So here it is resting on, this is the membrane, and here it is resting on the basement membrane. This is the basement membrane, and it is the TS of the capillaries. The simple structure. This is TS of capillaries. Okay, so this is the structure of arteries and veins. Now we will discuss about the difference between arteries and veins. Clear? There should be anatomical differences also, and another differences are also there. So we have to study the comparatively arteries and veins. Here is the difference between arteries and veins. So this is the differential line, and here is arteries, and here is the veins. Clear? Firstly, arteries are the blood vessels which carry blood away from the heart. So the first difference is arteries carry blood away from heart, and veins carry blood, towards the heart, This is the first difference. Second one is arteries carry oxygenated blood. So here is the second difference. Arteries carry oxygenated blood. One exception is there, and the exception is pulmonary artery. We have to study about pulmonary artery and its function and dislocation when we are going to study the structure of heart. And here is veins carry deoxygenated blood, and in case of veins, exception is there, except pulmonary vein, which carry oxygenated blood. The third one is arteries are deeply placed into the muscles, or these are deeply penetrated into the muscles. So here the third difference, these are deeply placed under the muscles. Exception is there, some arteries are also present superficially. For example, except arteries of wrist, neck. In case of forehead region, here the arteries are present superficially. So in forehead region, and in case of ankle, here the arteries are superficially placed, otherwise the arteries are deeply placed. Veins are superficially placed. These are superficial under the muscles. Okay, so this is the third important difference. Next one is about the valves. Valves are absent in case of arteries. Here valves are absent, and in case of veins, valves are present. Valves are the structure which prevent backflow of blood or which are helpful in the unidirectional flow of blood. Okay, that's why the valves are present in veins and they are absent in arteries. The next is anatomical difference, and the anatomical difference is firstly tunica externa. The tunica externa is thin in case of tunica externa is thin in case of arteries, as well as tunica externa is thick in case of veins. Nextly we have tunica media. Next one is tunica media, and this tunica media is thick in case of arteries and it is thin in case of veins. Next one is tunica interna, and we are going to talk about the endothelial layer, which is thick in case of tunica interna, is thick in case of arteries as we see in the diagram, and it is thin in case of veins. And after that the lumen is narrow. Lumen is narrow in case of arteries and lumen is wide in case of veins. Clear? So these are the anatomical differences. Now about the blood pressure. Clear? So the next difference is about blood pressure. So here I am writing about the next difference, that is blood pressure. In arteries, the pressure of blood is very high. Clear? And when an artery is going to cut, the pressure is flown with jerk. That's why we can say that the pressure of blood in the arteries is very high. So here the ninth one is blood pressure is very high, because in arteries the heart is going to pump the blood. That's why the pressure is high. And in case of veins, the blood pressure is low. The last important difference is arteries becomes emptied after death. It means arteries becomes emptied after death. It means after that the arteries becomes empty. But in veins, or the veins carry blood even after the death for some times. So here veins carry blood even after the death for some time. Okay? So these are the important differences between arteries and veins. We have discussed the structure of arteries and veins, their transverse section, diagrammatical representation of the arteries and veins and their lumen, and this is the difference between the arteries and veins. In our next section, we will discuss about the another important topic of the chapter. Thank you very much.